Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, your girl, Gigi the Glam Goddess. I'm back with another video, and this week we're talking about anger, rage, rumination, and resentment. Okay, honey? So go ahead and pull up a chair. We're going to talk about these things here, all right? So this has been a reoccurring theme in my life, okay? And I'm going to just be sharing today some of the tips and tools that I have used and is still using to work through this shit. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on into the video. But before I start, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, because I already got a good feeling that y'all gonna be liking what I'm spewing today. All right, so y'all gonna be relating too. So go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next clip. Okay, so the anger. Let's talk about the anger. How is the anger formed, right? Where does it come from? Okay, so let's talk about pain real quick, okay? So where does pain come from? Pain comes from being hurt. If somebody hits you or hurt you, they do something to you, you feel hurt by that, and then the pain is what you feel in the result of being hurt, okay? So, now, when you feel pain for a long period of time, that pain turns into sadness, okay? That sadness eventually turns into anger. And then that anger, long enough, it can turn into rage, okay? Which we're going to talk about. Now, me, I'm going to just use me as an example, straight up. Hey, I'm the test dummy here, right? Now, for me personally, I've been in relationships. I've just been hurt by men in general. But I've internalized that anger. I've internalized it. I was sad about it for a long time. And then once I started dating and really get into intimate relationships and start getting hurt and shit like that and cheated on and, lied to and manipulated, that's when that sadness about what I already felt towards men, and this is no shade, this is no video bashing men or hating men, this ain't that. This is just me talking from my own personal experience. So get the fuck off of here with all that. It's not about me hating men or nothing like that. This is just me working through what I'm working through, okay? So just quick disclaimer. But that anger for me, that sadness for me being sad about certain treatments and shit that has happened to me, it eventually, when I started dating and that shit started to happen to me, it turned into anger. It turned into anger for men, just to keep it real, being hurt, okay, and feeling the pain of it and feeling sad about it for long periods of time, okay? So that's where that comes from. Now let's go ahead and get on into the rage. So the rage is very similar, okay? So when you're angry about a situation for such a long period of time, that anger eventually turns into rage, okay? So let me just explain what I got for rage. Let me just go ahead. I got my handy dandy notebook, so I'm going to be reading from here today. Now, when you're angry for long periods of time, it turns into rage, like I just said. Rage is having a lack of self-control over your anger and emotions. Rage is self-destructive and will lead to your demise, okay? So this is really important, y'all. I know, because I've been through it, and I'm telling y'all so y'all don't do it, okay? Now, that rhyme. Oh, but real quick, for real. the anger, when you're angry for such a long period of time, eventually you're going to start acting out your emotions, okay? What a man thinketh, so is he. So if you're thinking like an angry person, then you're going to be an angry person, okay? So whatever you're thinking in your mind, you're going to start acting that out. So, you know, I started to act out my anger, y'all, and it was not healthy. It was to the point where I was zapping the hell out on certain people that I may shouldn't have zapped out on. I could have communicated certain ways that I was feeling a little bit better, but for me, that was part of the reactive abuse, and I made a video about that, so y'all are free to go watch that video and then come back and watch this, because I think that that will be really helpful. But anyway, for me, that anger, being angry for so goddamn long about the same thing, it turned into pure rage, and I started to act out them emotions. I started, you know, flipping the hell out, even on the relationship that I was in, the person that hurt me. I was flipping the hell out on them. They wasn't even doing nothing at that time. I didn't even catch them doing it. But it was just because I was so angry and I was triggered, and even if they wasn't or were doing some shit, I didn't really know because they already did it to me in the past. So I acted out those emotions. I flipped out, you know, threw shit, hit them. Oh my God, I'm just telling all my business, but I'm keeping it real, y'all, okay? I used to zap the fuck out, okay? The rage of it for me was uncontrollable, and I started to literally become self-destructive. I started to become a weapon to you know, against myself. You know, and it came to the point where I was about to, you know, just lose everything because I did not know how to control my anger and my emotions and my feelings. I was letting them get the best of me on jobs, you know, just dealing with certain people in life, not knowing how to handle certain situations when I felt like people were playing with me. So I'm just out of control, okay? And I became very self-destructive, and I don't want nobody doing that shit. That's why I'm telling y'all about this anger and rage and how it's formed, so you can be better informed on how to combat these feelings. All right, y'all? Now, we talked about the rage of it and all that good shit. Now we're gonna go ahead and talk about the rumination. All right? So this is what I got from rumination. Rumination comes from allowing negative thoughts about the past or a current situation you're going through to keep replaying in your mind. You're reliving your traumas over and over again by keep doing this. Ooh, this is so good. This is the tea. Ooh, all right. Now, let me tell y'all, been through this one too. No surprise there. But real shit though. Real shit. I've been through it. And this rumination was a big thing for me to work through, because when you keep replaying those thoughts over and over and over and over in your mind, it is taking control over your life. It's taking control over your life. You done spent hella hours ruminating and you didn't even do your laundry, or, you know, do that YouTube video that you were gonna do. You know, whatever the case might be for you. I ain't talking about me, but I'm just saying. But somebody, whoever that need to hear that, you're pretty much not engaging in your own life because you're stuck in the past, okay? And so when you keep doing this, you're keeping yourself stuck. You're keeping your growth at a standstill. Your mental growth, if you're trying to change your body, you keeping your physical growth, you're keeping your self-development at a standstill because you're simply not taking care of yourself because you're ruminating too much. Okay? You have to let that rumination go. When you start to ruminate, you have to immediately switch your thoughts. Okay? You have to take control over this mind that God gave you. All right? Now, that's for rumination. All right? Now we touched on the rumination. Now we're going to talk about the resentment. So the resentment is really similar to the rumination, but I'm going to tell you how it's a little bit different. All right? Okay. Rumination keeps you in the same past because rumination keeps you in the past because you haven't accepted the things you couldn't change. So this is really big. So this, when you're ruminating, oftentimes the resentment comes along because you're like, oh my God, I wish I would have knew this about this person. I wish I would have knew this. If I only did this. And you just stay stuck in the past of woulda, coulda, shoulda. Okay? And that leads to nowhere. Okay? So this is why it's really important to stop fucking ruminating, y'all. I'm sorry to be cussing, y'all, but for real, ruminating, and because resentment comes out of that, and then you going in the past, and then you wishing that you would have changed 100 different things that you have absolutely no power over now. Okay, you have to accept that thing, those things. The things that you cannot change, have the courage to change the things that you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, honeys? So I'm just telling y'all this because I went through it. Okay? Now, that's that. Okay? You got it. That's that. I said what the hell I had to say for that. Now, let's talk about the last and final part for this video. Okay, honey? And that's talking about how to let go of the anger, rage, rumination, and resentment. Okay? Whew. Baby, you gotta trust in God. You gotta let go and let go. It's no other way to cut it. I know it sounds so cliche, but I'm just telling you, it worked. It's working for me. And it gets to a point in your life where you just don't have no other options. You don't have nothing else. It's like, baby, like, it gets to the point where even some of the spiritual tools, the spiritual practices that you're doing don't even work to release that anger and rage and resentment. Okay? You gotta give it to God. And I'm telling you what I know. Okay? You gotta give it to God. It ain't a ritual. It ain't a prayer. You know, I ain't gonna say a prayer. It's not a prayer, but I mean, it's not. You got to straight up give it to God. It's going to be multiple prayers. Okay? It's going to be multiple prayers. It ain't just going to be one prayer to break it free off of you. Now, some people, granted, they may work for them. But I'm telling you from my own experience, and it may be some of y'all experiences too, is that you have to give it to God and trust Him with the anger, rage, and resentment. Because let me tell you why. You can't do shit with it. You can't do nothing with it but keep being on a self-destructive path. You have to give it to something that is much bigger than you, that can handle that can hold that type of weight. Okay? So that looks like, and I'm going to just read more of what I got here. That looks like trusting that whatever you're going through or been through, that God is going to use it for your greatest good. Okay? The fear of what will happen if you don't let go and trust God is holding you back from truly healing. Okay? So this is so important, y'all. If you give it to God, God is going to know what to do with it. God will use those broken pieces and create a masterpiece. But you got to give it to Him first. You got to give it to Him first. Let Him sweep it up, take it up, and remold you, okay? Literally. I see why they say that God is, you know, is like a clay, a potter, okay? Is that really he gotta break you down and mold you back up, okay? And for you to do that, you gotta give this shit to him. I'm telling you, I keep saying it because repetition is the mother of skill, okay? it's how you gonna really break it, by keep saying it, by keep practicing these things that I'm telling y'all, okay? You don't know what to do with it. God knows what to do with it. Okay? Pretty much. And that's it for this video. So I hope that this was informative. I hope that y'all got what y'all needed to get out of it. And again, I hope that it didn't sound too cliche when I'm saying let go and let God, because you don't know what to do with it, baby. You got to give it to somebody that's going to create a masterpiece. You don't know what to do. You got to trust that you being scared of something like that is just false evidence appearing real, okay? A lot of times we connect with our trauma. We connect with, you know, our pain, and we become intimate with it. And we're scared to let it go like we're in a relationship with it. You got to break up with that pain and that trauma, okay? You got to break up with it and trust that you getting into the full relationship with God, which requires trust. If you think about having a relationship with God, it all requires trust. If you think about a relationship with just anybody, main component to a healthy relationship is trust. And you can trust God. God is not like man that he shall lie, okay? Break up with that trauma and give it to God and marry something bigger than you. All right, y'all. So that's it for this video, for real. That's it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all got what y'all needed out of it. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment. Jesus, I always get scrambled with that. But don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification down below, y'all. Alright, so, yeah. I'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a blessed one.